What's up, guys? So I haven't made a video. I think it's been like a week or so, but I've been actually pretty sick. I'm still sick. Sore throat and all that, whatever. It's cold outside, it happens. So, wanted to make a quick video just saying, basically, my last video was about family and stuff like that. And recently, as in like literally like maybe an hour ago, I was helping my dad put his transmission into his car. And I guess some background for this is I work in an arcade and I fix arcade games, whatever. And my dad referred to me as it's kind of stupid, but he referred to me as Mr.Mechanic, and that is the first time. And I know that I mean, you know how like people joke and stuff like that. It's like with my family, you don't joke with like it's kind of explained. It's hard to explain. Like my mom or my dad would never call my mom Mister or my sister Mister. That rhymes. But and it took me by surprise. I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I laughed it off and I was like, that's it's fucking awesome. And what I've noticed is it's all these tiny little things that my sister calling me her brother, even though it's a small thing, and then my dad even just referring to me as Mister, even if it was a slip up, it's still it's still huge for me, and it's awesome, realizing that at some point, I'm lucky enough to have a family that loves me. Granted, we don't have the same beliefs, but they do love me. And, some people aren't lucky enough for that, and it makes you realize that even though things are shitty, they could get better. So there's that. Another thing is, recently, because obviously you guys know, my T has been up to 1.6, right? No, just 1. Sorry. Why did I even say that? No, because my next up, I think, is like a half, and then I want to be at 1.6 at some point. But, so yeah, I'm at 1 mil, and I've definitely noticed a lot more changes in the last, like, month than I have realized in the last, like, 9. Which, in December, my next shot is my 10-month shot. So, there are some things that, I think it's more mental at this point. I think everything's just coming together. Because it has been so long. In the beginning, you notice, like, oh, cool, I can grow some facial hair. But now it's like, I actually have to shave. Like, I have to shave. Because, it's patchy, I don't have a full-grown beard, but it's patchy. I gotta shave. And, there's things like, facial structure, and I've gotten a lot taller, which is so weird because, normally whenever I was reading up on tea, the only thing I just wanted to be taller, because I am very weird about my height. It was basically like, oh, you'll grow half an inch, something, at 6 months I grew, at 9 months, I think it was 7, yeah, I went to go see my doctor at 7 months. I had grown half an inch, and, recently, I think it's been a few months since I've seen my doctor, I've noticed that I've grown. After that, I can feel it. Like I can feel my knees. Like you can feel your growth plates, and I never really felt that when I was younger. I never had growing pains. I wasn't very tall. I was like 5'2", 5'3", and now I'm about 5'4.5", almost 5'5", and that's amazing to me because I really only thought I was going to grow half an inch. I've basically grown an inch and a half. I can't wait till I go to my doctor, and she's like, wow, you grew a fucking inch. So, it's amazing, and I think with getting taller, also comes my hips, and my hips are one of my biggest, it is one of my biggest problems. I used to be a 36, I'm at a 34, and that's actually pretty baggy for me right now, which is, it's awesome, but, I can notice, I feel straighter. Is that weird to say? Guys have straighter hips, and I have very curvy hips. So I'm starting to feel them, come in a little bit. which is fantastic because it definitely helps with, being in public and not feeling so dysphoric all the time, or, putting a pair of pants on and, feeling like you don't want to go outside. And it's awesome. On top of all of that, and this was like a few days ago that I realized this. My friends had, I was hanging out with my friends. I missed a spot when I was shaving. I was hanging out with my friends, and they took a picture or whatever. And, I was like, let me see it. So I looked at the picture, and I think at that moment, I actually realized that I don't look like, I'm in my transitioning stage anymore. I feel like I feel like I'm a man now. And, that mentality, it definitely helps you in your transition, because at first, there are like 6 months, you get so upset, or not upset, but, you start feeling like, is it going to happen, and, now I'm at that point where I'm just like, I am a man, it is fantastic. I think I've said that a few times. I love transitioning. I'm so happy that I'm going through this journey. It's probably one of the best things that has ever happened to me. I've never really felt so at peace with myself than I have in the last month. I've really started to realize how everything's coming together, and it's nice. I think everyone needs that. Everyone in general, and especially in a transition to anything, actually getting to that point where you feel like you've succeeded. You feel like you're happy with yourself. You feel like you can be yourself. I feel I'm a lot happier whenever I talk to people, and I don't feel all of this anxiety all the time. But yeah, besides that, with my transition, I'm still going to Dr. Garamoni, still trying to get some money for that. I have a few interviews coming up for a second job. My current job right now has just upped me up to 30 hours instead of like 18, which, is good. And hopefully going to get a second job. Have 2 interviews with like Hardee's and Chipotle, so obviously not going to be making a lot of money, but honestly any kind of hours is going to be good enough. If you guys have any other ideas for how to raise money, please tell me, leave me a message, leave me a comment, anything. My GoFundMe is still active. You can, I'll put a link in on the bottom. I think this video is actually pretty long. It was like 7 minutes, 8. But I gotta go to work. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm so awkward. All right, peace, guys.